Welcome back to Magic Tarot Cards. It's Jasmine with a 6-card spread. Today I'm doing one that was requested by a viewer. This is for Shaquille O'Neal and what his final thoughts, excuse me guys, what his final thoughts and feelings are about Kobe Bryant's death. Okay, so I shuffled for about 20 minutes, and then these are the cards that fell out. So the first one is the King of Pentacles. Okay, and this represents Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So I'm feeling that this is Kobe Bryant. He's feeling that Kobe Bryant was like this king sitting in his throne, with the pentacle in his hand, meaning financial security. And this is the power stick. I call it the power stick because when they have a little golden rod like this and they're holding it up, it means they have a lot of power. And there's this castle in the background. And you see how he's got one foot up? Excuse me. So that means he's balanced. He was very balanced. He was a reliable man when it came to his finances, business, business and family. I'm sorry, I'm still coughing. Okay. Anyway, so this is how Shaquille O'Neal saw Kobe. He saw him in this status right here. This represents Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Kobe was a Virgo. So he saw his friend like this, like he was lucky. He saw him almost not as a king, but in a real high status. Like he was looking up to him because of all he had accomplished, all the things he had. He had financial security. He had his home security, everything. So Shaquille O'Neal saw him like this in his eyes. Okay. Now we have the Hermit in the reverse. So I'm seeing that this is Shaquille O'Neal here. This is also Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but I'm feeling that this is, excuse me, I just came in from the cold. I'm feeling that he feels like this hermit. See, the hermit goes up on the hill to think and meditate to see what step he's going to take next. But now he's in the reverse. So I'm feeling now that after Kobe's death, he's feeling like everything is shutting down in his mind. He's pretty much inside his mind. That's why he stays quiet. When they have, he's on interviews and stuff, he stays quiet because he's pretty much inside his mind thinking about what happened. I see him like looking through old photos of him and Kobe and just stuff, maybe stuff that belonged to him, or gifts that were given or something like that. I see him doing that. But I feel like he feels like he's inside of himself, inside his mind, like he can't come out of that because he's constantly thinking about Kobe, what happened, how he lost his life. I feel like Shaquille feels like he's alone in the dark or darkness. I'm hearing darkness, feels truly alone. Kind of off balance without his friend, not really listening to other people's advice when other people are telling him, giving him advice, and not paying attention to others who have been there before. Like, people that have lost that loved one are telling him how to feel or how not to feel, and he's not really listening to that. That's the hermit in the reverse. That's how the hermit feels. I see that he's daydreaming a lot and wishing to go back before Kobe's death, to go back to those days when they were together. They knew each other, having fun, making foolish decisions. So he's in his mind a lot. He's not really living yet because he's still inside of his mind, and he's got his head in the clouds because he can't come out of that. Okay, so here we have the Fool in the reverse. So in the upright position, the Fool is going off to a new adventure, and you see, but he's looking up. You see how he's looking up here? He's got his bag packed, a little flower in his hand, and the dog is warning him. He's like, no, 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 stop. You're going to fall off the cliff. And the fool can't see it because he's looking up. He's not looking, he's about to step off the cliff. But it's in the reverse. So when it's in the reverse, I see that there's a new desire to start over, start new beginnings in life. So I'm thinking that Shaq was thinking this about Kobe, since it falls right underneath him. He saw that Kobe was going off to start something new now that he had retired, starting new things in his life, new beginnings in life, explore different horizons. But he didn't make it. Okay, all that journey ended, because of his death. So Kobe's thinking about that. He's thinking about how the journey ended, because this card in the reverse means that you started new beginning, new horizons going towards, but the journey was unsatisfactory, or it ended. The journey ended. Okay, so that's what this card means in the reverse. Okay, and I saw he's thinking that Kobe had delays, some kind of delay, troubles. Maybe he's feeling that Kobe made some unwise choices, or foolhardily, I'm hearing the word foolhardily, or thoughtless actions that led to unsatisfactory experiences. This is what I'm hearing, y'all. This is what the card is telling me. And maybe he wanted freedom or something too soon, which led to a downfall. Okay, this is what this card means. And I'm feeling that Shaq thought this about Kobe. Okay, so the next one is the Judgment. Okay, excuse me. So this is the Awakening card, or the Aha card. I call it the Aha card because a lot of people, when they get this, they're like, oh, I didn't know this, or oh, I didn't know that, or I didn't know things were this way or that way, So I'm seeing that Shaquille O'Neal is now realizing a lot of things about Kobe that he didn't before. And he's like, oh, okay, that's what's going on inside his mind. So with this card here, I see that Shaquille O'Neal is realizing how short life is. Okay, so in his mind, he's like, oh my gosh, life can be taken away from you in an instant. Because, a lot of people don't really think about death, that our life could end at any time. You wake up in the morning, you're going to go on a trip, and the next day you're gone, or that same day you're gone. So in Shaquille O'Neal's mind, he's realizing that, he's feeling that. He may not even know he's feeling this way. But, he's feeling like how life is so short, a lot of us waste time. And, so I'm hearing suddenly realizing these thoughts. And these are thoughts that he's never thought before. Okay. So those are going on inside of him, thinking, oh my God, I didn't know that life could be this way, or I could feel this way. Maybe he's, because he's feeling a certain kind of way about the death. He's like, I didn't know that I could experience this or have these type of feelings. I didn't know that life could end so quickly, so those are all his thoughts. Okay, so now with the Two of Wands in the reverse. So again, and this represents Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I don't know why I felt like I had to say that. Excuse me. Okay, so with the Two of Wands, this is usually a man that's waiting for either help or waiting. He's got the world in his hands. Okay, he's got the world in his hands. He's done a good job. This wand represents a good job. This represents on something he's still working on, and he's waiting. This is the card of waiting. He's got the world in his hands. So basically, he felt like Kobe was, waiting for his ship to come in, because this is basically that card, waiting for your ship to come in and waiting for good things to come in, because he already had accomplished a lot here. And he was still working on a lot here. And he had the whole world in his hands. But now it's in the reverse. So now in the reverse, the waiting card means there's no more movement in that direction. That direction has ended. no more movement toward the goals that he had. So he's thinking how Kobe's life ended and there's no more movement. And I'm also seeing that Shaq is feeling this way too, like things he had planned are in a stall or stalemate, standing still is what I'm hearing. Like he almost feels like he can't go on with his life because he's thinking about how Kobe's life ended. I see him frustration. I see a lot of frustration and delays with him, like delays in a venture or delays in something, frustration. It also could mean help hasn't come. Maybe he's waiting on he's waiting on something, and that it's just maybe the answers he's looking for hasn't come or something like that. So I do see that he's thinking it's time to regroup and change a plan, or start over entirely, like start over maybe his life. I think he's rethinking his life because of what happened to Kobe. He's rethinking his whole life now because he realizes how short life is. So he wants to rethink his life and move in a different direction because mainly because of fear of losing your life and fear, someone else's death brings on a lot of fears. So I kind of feel like he's rethinking his life, rethinking his plans on how he's going to live the rest of his life. Okay, so now we have the Three of Wands in the reverse. So in the upright position, this means celebration. There's a group of people, they got their cups, and this represents Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So this is Shaq because he's a Pisces. Okay, so now in the reverse, he feels like there's nothing to celebrate anymore. He feels a huge, huge loss. There's no more celebration. There's no more parties. There's no more outings. He's going through that right now. Of course there are, but, right now he doesn't feel that anymore. He feels a huge void in his life because of that. No more celebrations or parties or, the lifestyle that they were living. This card brings a lot of sorrow and pain. I see an overindulgence, so maybe he might be taking a drink or two, to drown his misery. Because this could be overindulgence in anything. Not necessarily drink or smoking, maybe food or just maybe sleeping too much to kill the pain. A lot of people do different things to kill the pain, to kill the sorrow that comes from this card. I think he feels like a lot of people are talking gossip. Yeah, I'm seeing gossip or something like that. So when this card comes in, it's reminding him that it's time to take command of himself, make new plans. Again, I'm seeing new plans. Okay, he's rethinking his life. Okay, and I almost see an apologize to friends. I kind of feel like he feels like he needs to apologize for something. I don't know to who or what he wants to apologize for, but maybe he might apologize to Vanessa for the past, aggressions he's had with Kobe in the past. Maybe he might apologize to her about something. I'm kind of seeing that, okay? He kind of feels like he's out of control right now, maybe a little bit out of control because he can't get a grip of his feelings. But I do feel like he thinks it's time to communicate his feelings to someone about how he's feeling. Maybe he wants to go talk to someone about how he's feeling or see a counselor. But I do see this apology to someone. I kind of think he might apologize to Vanessa. I'm kind of seeing that with this card, but I do expect him to make some changes in his life now because, like, personal changes, maybe it might not be something that we'll ever know about because he's a real quiet man. He doesn't really talk about his personal feelings and stuff. But I do see him trying to make amends with people and change his life up some because this death took a horrible toll on him. And he's realizing how quickly a life can be lost. So it's going to make him make a lot of changes in his life. All right, guys, that's it for now. I'll do another one. Tank, get over here now. My dog. Anyway, I'll do another one later. Yeah, this was just for Shaquille O'Neal's final thoughts and feelings on Kobe Bryant's death. Um, yeah, y'all don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you want a personal reading, just contact me with the information down below. If you do contact me, make sure I book your time and date first before you send the money. The money comes first, then the reading. Because a couple of people sent me money and I didn't know who they were from. Also, I am going to say about the comments, like I always do. I've had a few people that have left hateful comments. Excuse me. And I don't tolerate them. I don't even read them. I just delete them. When I read the first line and I see that it's going to be hateful, I just delete it. I'm not going to give you any type of acknowledgement. Especially you people that are non-believers. Why are you on my page? You say you don't believe in tarot, but you click on it because you know it's a tarot card reading, and you click on it and then you watch it. That just makes you a hypocrite. Okay, you're a big old hypocrite. You say you don't believe it, that it's a lie, but yet you're watching it. Okay, get off my page if you don't believe it. Go watch something else that you do believe in. Leave this for the people that do like it and the people that do believe in it. All right, thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.